I, female 21, told my partner, male 25, about an off comment that his friend made, and now I feel bad about it. Were my feelings valid? I went to a Halloween party this year with my partner. I was dressed as Velma and he was Shaggy. Everything was going great and I was genuinely having a great time. At one point, I went to the kitchen to grab some water. One of my partner's friends came in after me. I barely know this guy and he was definitely drunk. He looked me up and down and made a comment about how cute and slutty I was and referenced my outfit in a way that made my stomach drop. Then he continued to follow it up with another comment implying my partner would be excited to get me out of those clothes later and that he would too if he was my partner because I looked like I needed to be cracked, whatever the hell that means. It just felt uncomfortable and gross. I left without getting water and went straight back to my partner. I didn't say anything at this time because I thought maybe I was overreacting. I've had friends joke with me before, but they're my friends, and it never felt like this. Fast forward to about a week ago. My partner asked if I wanted to go to that friend's Christmas party. I said no, way too quickly, and he immediately knew something was off. When he asked me to be honest, I ended up crying. I cry when stressed. I don't know. And told him what happened. He got really quiet, like really very scarily quiet. Then he wiped my tears and asked hesitantly if his friend had touched me at all. When I said no, he looked so relieved and then angry again before he stepped outside to make a call. I heard the front door open and then slam. When he came back, he looked resigned. He told me I didn't have to worry about that friend or the party and apologized that I felt like I couldn't tell him sooner. Now I feel guilty, like I caused unnecessary drama by bringing it up so late. I keep wondering if my reaction that night was valid or if I made a big deal of something I should have brushed off. I just can't tell anymore. No, but please, round of applause to your boyfriend. Yes, that's the bare minimum, but honestly, we are not used to the bare minimum being met around here these days, okay? So thank God for him because we don't really see this happen often. Like him just taking it at face value and being like pissed off, going to say something and then not even like involving you, but coming back and being like, everything's fine, sweetie. You know, like everything's going to be okay. Because yeah, that's creepy as hell that he was saying that to you. And yuck. Also, girl, I cry when I'm stressed too, so don't even worry about it. When I'm stressed, I cry. When I'm like put on the spot, I cry. When I'm sad, I cry. When I'm happy, I cry. Cry is just like a really strong emotion for me. Honestly, I literally express myself through crying in so many different scenarios. It's honestly kind of annoying because it's like, "Oh, are you sad?" "No, I'm not sad." Like, don't worry. Okay, here's the update. I was going to just delete this account if I'm being so honest. I feel really silly for posting, but I'm also glad I did in a way because a lot of you are super duper nice. Except for the weirdos who asked to see my fit. Like, read the room or something maybe. But this is for people who actually went out of their way to comment something nice and help me through this. Anyway, we actually talked the same night I made my original post. I was reading comments when my partner texted along the lines of, quote, "Hey, on the way home right now, can we set aside some time tonight, maybe after dinner, to talk about the elephant in the room," unquote. I spent a whole hour and a half hyping myself up and still cried immediately into our conversation, by the way. We started with why we avoided the conversation first. We both admitted that we were anxious and using, quote, being busy as a crutch of sorts. We agreed to address stuff sooner next time because our relationship is a top priority and should be treated as such. Then he told me he did talk to that friend. That phone call that he stepped out to take, that was it. He ended up taking it all the way to the car because it got that ugly. He tried to soften the details for me. He always does. But the summary was, my partner got heated, borderline threats were made, and the guy tried to brush it off with, they were just compliments, and you should be flattered too, bro. She's hot. My partner at that point, especially after that last point, hung up before he said anything that he couldn't take back. He also admitted it was probably good I didn't tell him the night of the party. He was drunk, and based on how furious he was sober and how dim that guy seems to actually be, he's pretty sure he would have actually swung on the guy. And for the record, he had no idea that that friend was a creep. They met through someone else. Pretty recently too, which is why I don't really know this guy. I'm glad I will never have to now because my partner is cutting him off completely and plans on telling anyone who asks about it the truth. That guy is a creep and a predator around women. All in all, we're good. I feel really safe and really heard. I'm just so happy, even if the comments also made me realize that I definitely have a confidence problem. That's my own fault though. But my partner also alluded to it. He told me very gently that he wants me to come to him when something or someone harms me and that I deserve to speak up, not hide, not make myself small. I don't have to do that anymore when there's people who care about me. Hearing him say that meant a lot. So did your guys' comments too. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe I do, and I don't know how to confront it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'll have to soon. For myself, for my relationships. Anyways, we're good. I'm happy, and the panic is now, for the most part, over. My partner dealt with all of this in a way that I didn't even know that I needed, you know? I think I need to start listening to my gut more. And thank you again to everyone who supported me on the original post. If I missed anything you're curious about, feel free to ask. And please drink some water and stay curious about tomorrow, please. And thank you. I hope I linked the OG post properly. What the hell does please drink some water and stay curious about tomorrow, please mean? What? Sorry, that was so crazy. But also, I just want to say that we need more men like this. Like, please, if you could procreate and raise a man like yourself, please do so if you want to procreate. But, like, genuinely, oh, I wish that we could. No, that's not a good. That's not good. I was going to say, I wish we could make it illegal for, like, loser men and like incels and like stupid women hating men to not be allowed to have kids. But that's not a good thing to say, I don't think. But like, I do think it because, you know, that would really solve a lot of problems for like the next generation. And obviously, anything could happen, but I definitely think it would be more likely that we'd have a better generation if they weren't allowed to have kids. But guess what? The thing that's so scary and crazy is that those type of people are the ones that have more kids, which that is the part that makes me so sad. But like, honestly, like I care about the future and I care about like all the next generations and stuff. And I just feel so bad that like they're going to have to deal with the consequences of this like red pill society and insaneness, because all the conservative people that are like this are the people that procreate the most and that are like so like pushing to have kids the most. And then like all the good people are like, hey, actually, and I'm not saying you're a bad person if you decide to have kids, but I'm saying like all the good people that are like have good values and morals and like don't want to bring kids into the world and also are just like, hey, actually kind of scared and don't really want to have kids raised in this world, are not having kids. So then it's like the population of good people are going to go down, and then the population of like red pill crazy incels are going to go up, and I'm like so scared for that, but at least I'll be dead hopefully. And I'm going to have kids, by the way. So I'm not trying to make a dig at people that decide to have kids. I just don't know when I'm going to have kids, because currently in this climate, there's no way I could get pregnant. I would be so scared. Are you kidding me? Imagine if something went wrong. Imagine if anything went wrong with my pregnancy. Like, I would be done for. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.